Hello everyone. I, Ms. Bhavna Danesh Munod, welcome you all in Agricultural Development Trust, Shardabai Pawar, Mahila Arts, Commerce and Science College, Sharda Nagar, Baramati. Last period we studied about the first chapter, that is basic concepts in economics, and we studied about wealth definition, scarcity definition. Then also we studied about utility, bonds, microeconomics, macroeconomics, children. Now we come to a second chapter in economics and very interesting chapter, money, children. Money, as you know, everywhere we go, money is an important factor. We require money. Why we require money? To purchase our basic things. At least our necessary things. For that we require money, children. Now a little bit introduction regarding this money, that in recent years we have seen a drastic change. Dramatic transformation means what? Drastic change in the way in which people in this country use money. So the textbook also tells us that money is anything that is generally accepted everywhere, as well as it is used for exchange of goods. So hundreds of years people thought that money as coins and notes and coins are with the development of banknotes. So during this 20th century, checks became widely used as a means of payment, and later children we use plastic money, that is debit and credit cards. So this is a little bit introduction of money. That money, like we use money, children. We use money, so it came in the paperwork or paper form. So it came in check also, then cash was there, as well as now we are using plastic money, children, that is debit card and credit card. Now see, can you see the image of barter system over here? Now just an introduction regarding this barter system, children. So an introduction to barter system, that is in ancient times. If you can see the picture, children, image, what you can see in this image? That goods are exchanged for goods. See over here, one person is holding a mat, another person is holding fish. Some type of jar is there. So exchange of goods with goods is called as barter system, and during olden days it was there, children, that is barter system. So can you see barter system means what? Exchange of goods with goods. Then what were the difficulties regarding barter system, children? We will see one by one. See, in olden days it was barter system. So the first difficulty of barter system arise, that is problem of double coincidence of wants. Now double coincidence of wants means what? Lack in double coincidence of want means what, children? That for example they have given person A has cloth and he wants rice in exchange, and person B has rice but he doesn't want cloth in exchange. In this case, exchange between A and B would not take place as their wants do not coincide with each other, means do not meet with each other. Now the first difficulty, as I told you, that in olden days goods were exchanged with goods. But barter system, why the barter system got changed and why money came into existence, we will see the difficulties regarding barter system. The first one is what? Problem of double coincidence of wants. And then they told about A and B, that A person had a cloth and he wanted rice in exchange, and he asked B person for that. B person had rice, but B person did not want that cloth, so he refused to give rice. So when these difficulties come, how you can exchange goods? How you can, whatever you want, whatever your need is there, whatever your demand is there, how it can be fulfilled? So this was one difficulty, like coincidence of wants was there. Means sometimes both the people wanted the same thing, or sometimes one people wanted one thing and other people refused to it. Then the second difficulty regarding barter system was lack of common measure of value. Value means what, children? Weightage. Now how we have currency weightage? We have 1 rupee coin, we have 5 rupees coin, we have 10 rupees coin, children. This is called weightage for money, Indian currency. But for barter system, goods for goods. So no value was there, no standard measurement, no standard value, no determination of a commodity value, that was difficult to compare 2 liters of milk with 2 kilograms of rice. So this one was one lack of common measure of value. That is with exchange with goods, exchanging goods for goods. There was no standard unit of account, and to determine the value of commodity, it was very difficult. So to compare 2 liters of milk with 2 kgs of rice. Then the third difficulty in barter system is what? Storage of goods. Now see, for future consumption, for storage of goods, it was necessary to store goods for future consumption. So sometimes due to perishable nature of certain goods, it was very difficult to store them for future. So perishable commodities means what, children? The goods which will get destroyed within 1 to 2 days. Because olden days no refrigerators were there. How people will come keep milk for more than 2-3 days? For example, milk is a product which will destroy, which will get, say, spoiled if we do not keep in refrigerator. It will vanish. So perishable commodities like milks, they have told, eggs, fish, vegetable, etc., were difficulty to store. So difficulties were also experienced due to lack of space required to store heavy and bulky goods. So third difficulty regarding barter exchange, children, is difficulty in storage of goods. So it was necessary to store, say, goods for future consumption, but perishable goods, like goods which easily get destroyed within 1 or 2 days, like milk, eggs, fish, vegetable, etc., were very difficult to store. So difficulties were also experienced due to lack of space required to store heavy and bulky goods. Come to the next difficulty regarding barter system, that is indivisibility of certain goods. Indivisibility means, children, we divide. Now we can measure money. As our money is having 5 rupee, 10 rupees symbol, 20 rupees, 100 rupees, we know, we can identify that money. So what happens over here? We can measure it, we can count, we can divide it. So in barter system, like exchange goods with goods, it was very inconvenient to divide animals, house, etc. into small parts. So it was difficult to fix the proportion of one commodity in exchange for another commodity. Example, individual A has a stock of wheat and he wants a goat in exchange. Individual B has a goat and he wants only half a sack of wheat. So in this situation, exchange between the two commodities, it is impossible due to indivisible nature of goat, for it is being a livestock. So indivisibility of certain goods, like in barter system, it was very inconvenient to divide animals. Say we cannot divide animals, we cannot make animals 2 parts until this is one and this is one. No, that thing was not there in barter system. Even house we cannot divide, children. So it was difficult to fix the proportion, how much quantity you want in exchange of goods. Now they have given that there only a sack of wheat was there, and in exchange of that one is giving a goat. How we can measure goat with a sack of wheat? So in this situation, exchange between the two commodities was impossible due to nature of goat, and that is called as indivisibility of certain goods. Then indivisibility of certain goods we finish. Now we have next point or next difficulty, that is problem of making deferred payments. Now what is this deferred payments? That deferred payments means payments which are to be made in future. So repayment of loan was very difficult due to exchange of commodities. Example, it was difficult to repay the perishable goods in the same condition in future. Now children, for example, they have told that problem of making deferred payments means whatever money has been left aside, whatever amount is there, that thing payment is not there in future. Means suppose say I have borrowed money from my friends at 10,000 rupees. Okay. That I have to redeem, means I have to repay in future that amount 10,000 rupees. Okay. So that cash I know I will pay in cash. But the thing is, if in barter system the thing was there, goods with good exchange. Now suppose I have borrowed 1 liter milk or any milk products from my neighbor, I cannot return in the same condition after 1 or 2 months. No, perishable goods cannot be redeemed same as it was given to me. Or say example, cattle also. If I take a cattle from my neighbor or my friend, say the cattle was young at that time, buffalo, cattle means what? Buffalo, for example. That buffalo will not be same condition after 5 to 10 years if I return. It will get old. So this was the difficulty regarding what, children? Barter system. Difficulties which arose. See, you can see the picture of barter system. Yes, goods were exchanged with goods. Then how vegetables can be exchanged with clothes? No, it was a difficulty. So difficulties in barter system were problem of double coincidence of bonds, lack of common measure of value, difficulties in storage of goods, indivisibility of certain goods, problem of making deferred payments. Now we saw what was barter system. Because of this problem, say money came into existence, children. So Professor Krauther has given definition regarding money, that money is anything that is acceptable as means of exchange, and at the same time it will act as a measure and store of value. See here, Professor Krauther what is telling, that money is accepted anyway. Indian currency, for example, we are staying in our country, so our country's money will be accepted in our country only as a means of exchange. Means whatever you go to purchase, even a toothpaste, toothbrush, oil, for that you will require money, and then you will get that commodity. So it is a thing to exchange, that is generally acceptable as a means of exchange, and at the same time it acts as a measure and a store value. Professor Walker also defined about money, that money is what money does. So two definitions we got regarding money, and Professor Walker has clearly told that money is what money does. Yes, children, money only is what money does. So whatever luxurious things, comfort zones, basic necessities, this we can purchase by money. Now how evolution of money came into existence, we'll see. See, evolution of money means how money word derived, or how money came into our society. So the word money is derived from the Latin word monet, children, and the origin of money is lost. Hunting societies, skin of wild animals were used as money, that is called as barter system. Pastoral society used livestock. Agricultural society used grains and foods, and the Roman used cattle and salt. So that before money arrived, barter system was there. Like pastoral society used livestock, agricultural used food grains, Roman used cattle food, salt were there used by Romans, and the word money, that is the word money derived from the Latin word monet. Now money was developed according to the needs and requirement, and main aim of the money was to remove the shortcomings of the barter system. Now there are different stages, children. One by one we will study each stage regarding money. See, we have different stages of evolution of money. First, see how commodity money came into existence, then metallic money came into existence, then we have paper money, then plastic money, that is credit money, and then we have electronic money. So how money came into existence. Now commodity money. Commodity money only had a problem like regarding storing, durability, transportation problem, and divisibility problem. That means, children, commodity, paper money, credit money, these are types of money that we will see. Now see, types of money are there, that I will explain one by one. First one is what? Animal money. Now in prehistoric period, animal money was used as a means of exchange, that is example cow, sheep, goat, etc. But due to their indivisible nature, commodity money came into existence. Now what happened? Types of money? Animal money was there. Now animal money means what? In prehistoric period, now people used to give goods, but in exchange of that they used to give cattle. Like a cattle they used to give cows, goats, whatever they had, sheep. So in exchange of goods, animals were given, that is called as animal money. Then the second type of money is, children, commodity money. Now in olden days, the commodities was used as money, that is depending upon the climatic condition and culture. Example, animal skin, grains, shells, feathers, tusk, salt, rare articles and stones were used as a medium of exchange. And due to the problem of storage of such commodities, metallic money came into existence. See, animal money we saw, commodity money we saw. Money, commodity money means what? The fur, skin. Regarding shells also, grains also, they were exchanged according to the nature and culture. That was commodity money, children. Then the third type of money is metallic money. Now metallic money means gold and silver coins. See, now also we use gold, silver coins, copper coins, aluminium coins, nickel coins. These were olden days money. So metallic money means of metals. So in that metals there will be gold, silver, copper, aluminium, nickel, etc. But scarcity of precious metals and lack of uniformity in metallic pieces gave rise to use metallic coins. Now metallic money was there, but in that metallic money also scarcity was there, then metallic coins came into existence. So metallic coins means rulers of various kingdoms use small pieces of metals and affix their seals on them. So with the passage of time, the monetary system was taken over by government authorities with a view to give uniformity and legal status to metallic coins. So coins are classified as under C. Now metallic money means made up of copper, silver, aluminum, nickel. But during that time also, due to say shortage of those resources, shortage of those metals, and there was no uniform, means they were not same. That's why then metallic coins were introduced by the government. In that metallic coins also, which were illegal and legal, government then divided that metallic coins into the first part, that is standard of full-bodied coins. Now standard of unfull-bodied coins are those whose face value, children, is equal to their intrinsic value. Means what, children? For example, gold and silver coin. If a silver coin you are purchasing at 100 rupees, and you return back that coin to the shop at least to get 70 to 80 rupees. That means whatever amount you spend on making that money, that coin, that at least 70% amount you will get back in return. That is called as same face value, equal to the intrinsic value, children. The meaning of that it is that whatever coins, whatever you spended money on preparing gold or silver coins, when you pay back that again, or you give back to the shop and you want cash in return, that same amount either by 70 to 80% you will get in return. That is called as standard of full-bodied coins, where the face value is equal to what? Intrinsic value. Then come to next, token coins. Under metallic coins only, the next is what? Token coins. Now what is token coins? Token coins are those whose face value is higher than intrinsic value. Means what? Over here we are spending more money on making them, but in return we are not getting so much amount. For example, see, aluminium and nickel coins are there, metal coins. These coins for making, we have to pay rupees 100, but in return, children, we are not getting 80 rupees or 50 rupees also back. That means the face value is higher than intrinsic value. So here token coins is also what? Aluminium, nickel. So in India, all coins in circulation today are token coins. Difficulties in transportation of token coins gave rise to paper money. So token coins means what? Aluminium, nickel coin, but these coins are having not too much value as face value in return, whose face value is higher than intrinsic value. Means for making the cost was higher, but in return we don't get so much amount. So due to these difficulties in metallic coins, children, money came into existence that we called as paper money. So next type of paper money, is paper money. So paper money is a substitute for metallic money. In course of time, issue of currency notes was monopolized by the central government. Paper money consists of paper currency issued by government and central bank of the country. In India, 1 rupee note and all coins are issued by the government of India. So currency notes of higher denominations are issued by the Central Bank and Reserve Bank of India. So paper money. Paper money is a substitute of metallic money, children, and in that course of time, issue of currency notes was given full authority to the central bank. Central bank is a government bank, children, and all the currencies, all the currencies, Indian's currencies especially, are issued by special permission of central bank, special permission of government bank. It is a government bank, that is Reserve Bank of India, and sign stamp authority of the governor is required on the rupee, whatever money you are using, otherwise that money will not be valid, children. So currency notes of higher denominations are issued by central bank, that we called as Reserve Bank of India. Then the next type of money is bank money or credit money. Now what is bank money? So bank money refers to deposits which are in the form of cash saved by the people. It is also used to create credit money. So children, bank money means what? Check, demand draft. We have credit card, that comes in plastic money, but we have check, demand, credit money, that comes under bank money. And global economy, we all use bank as cashless transactions, gained importance, giving to plastic money. So check, demand draft, DD is not actual money, but they are credit instruments, children. And credit money plays an important role in economic development. So the background of global economy, cashless transactions. Due to cashless transactions, children, plastic money came into existence. So what is plastic money? We all know plastic money means what? Use of debit card and credit cards. Now debit card, our credit card are called as plastic money. We all know, very easily. We can carry credit card, debit cards in a pocket, in a wallet very easily. No stress of losing the money. With that help, you can use or you can remove at least any much amount, how much you require from ATM. So plastic money. After plastic money, then came existence, that is electronic money. And the full form of ATM is automated teller machine, children, where we use our debit card, credit cards. ATM, automated teller machine. And then after this plastic money, electronic money, that is e-money, came into existence, children, that is fully online transactions. And this 2 years, that is this pandemic period, children, totally all the people all over the world did cashless transactions, did online transactions. Maximum people used electronic money. Maximum. So e-money, electronic money is now having a monetary value. It can be stored, transferred electronically to variety of means. Mobile phone, tablet, smartphone, we can buy computer, do online transfer of money from one bank to another. So it is backed by central bank. So electronic money is used for purchases and transactions globally. Digital wallets also are, children, in a form of stored electronic money. So in this period, children, we saw about commodity money. Commodity money means exchange of animal furs, if you can see, children. But in that commodity money, storage problem was there. It is not long lasting. Transportation, we cannot transfer from one place to another, and divisibility was not possible. Then in paper money, it was used as a mode of payment. Currency was the paper currency, and it was an originated receipt issued by goldsmith. Then afterwards it was used for payment. So it is a receipt. And credit money includes bank money, children. Check, drafts are example, and very convenient, safe and easy to carry, children. That is credit money. Credit money, it's like near money. So we saw money, definition of money, that money is what money does. Then we saw types of money, children, that is animal, commodity, metallic coins. In that we have standard, token coins, paper money, bank money, plastic money, electronic money. So all these types of money we studied in this period, children. Next period will come to other point. Till then, bye. Thank you.